the profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now Mond. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the call assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Mond out of the shotgun. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they go play action here. Mond taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I don't think you can call the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Singletary again, trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Mond to the air on 1st and 10. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mond. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion was right. He earned a lot more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Mond going to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air.
Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Strachan hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Mond throwing for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Packers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty...
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After one, a 14-3 ball game. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Rodgers. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Singletary. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. 73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once,
and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mond. Got an open man. It's Strong. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mond now off of play action. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Justin Jefferson, 57 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Packers take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Singletary, they'll run for it, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here for touchdown, Packers. Devin Singletary with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Off the play fake, Mon. He's got a man, complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mike Strachan in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Packers 17. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On play action. Now Rodgers. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he'll go up top here for Hamler. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Here's Mond. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mond. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. They'll going for Jefferson downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Robbie Anderson, 56 yards.
And the Packers get a bit closer.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mond looks to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They go play action here. Mond steps away to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Come on, set.
Here's Mond. They're going for it. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mond to the air on 1st and 10. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mond going for the deep ball. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Down.
From the gun, here's Mond. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And again, it's Rodgers. And now here's another interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Rodgers now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On fourth down, Mon. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On play action, Rodgers. Going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tyler Conklin from 13 yards out.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down at 18. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. On first down, here's Mon.
And this one is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete. There he goes, right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to send that film.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bengals 64, Packers 31. Michael Dixon sets the kickoff.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. Rodgers now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
26.
And they'll try and run it in with Singletary. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mon going to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Taken from about the 12.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively? And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the score.
Parker hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level.